Well, I'm here with Johnny the Hurricane Muller, back at cruiserweights and looking good again. How are you feeling?
No, feeling 100%. Yeah, training. You came and visited us here at the gym. We're going to start now with training. You know, it's the final 2 weeks of prep work before the fight, so everything's just gone perfect.
How do you feel about Akani Phuzi? He's the younger boxer, he's undefeated. What do you make of him as a boxer?
No, I've checked, me and Uncle Harold are studying his fights. We checked, he's still a new boxer, not everybody is still on a learning curve at that age and that stage of fighting. But there's definitely mistakes that I can work on, that can be in, it can work for me again, good against him. He's a good, talented boxer. But I'm a boxer and I'm a fighter, and I can bring the fight to you the way you want it. So I think he's gonna have a bit of a tough time. I've watched his fights, I've seen a lot of his fights, and he's definitely a good, talented boxer. But I think I'm gonna be too much for him. I'm definitely gonna be too much for him. I've never trained as hard in my life for the last few years. So I want this fight, there's going to be opportunity for me after this fight.
Well, this is a nice opportunity for you. As you mentioned, you come back into Golden Gloves, back at Emperor's Palace again, which is also a nice thing for you. And you need to sort of make a statement, because I think that Akani is the undefeated boxer. They're going to be looking at you, they're going to be looking at him, and sort of the winner of that fight sort of goes on.
Yeah, definitely. He's an up-and-coming boxer, 11-0. Kevin used to be also 11-0, and then I took his O. So, with this fight, I've worked very hard. I've worked even harder than before. So, I'm definitely going to go out there, win it, get the opportunities that I want, become a champion like I want to. So, I'm ready for it.
I know ultimately you want the Kevin Lerena fight one day, you want to do it for a third time. Do you think this win here will take you one step closer to that?
Yes, definitely. There was times that they talk about Akani wants to fight Kevin, and that went a bit down. So as soon as I beat him now, it's definitely a step closer to fighting Kevin again. And the people see on my performance that I'm ready for something like that.
And how's the body? I mean, you've been campaigning at heavyweight for the last year or so. I mean, how's the body feeling coming back down to cruiserweight?
No, I've never struggled with weight or anything, because I'm not really a big heavyweight. I like heavyweight because since I was a young boy and I knew about boxing, my dream was to become a heavyweight world champion. But obviously I don't have the body and physique to be a heavyweight. But I enjoy it. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy the training and all that. So coming down to cruiserweight wasn't really it. It was a few kilos. I'm almost on weight now. So I don't think I'll have a problem to stay there, cruise there and all that. And when I was fighting heavyweight, I was like 98 kilos at the most for heavyweight. So.
Well, let's go back to Akani. I mean, he's been a cruiserweight his entire career. Do you see him punching power-wise and stuff able to trouble you? I know that obviously over the years you've shown that you can take pretty much the best. I mean, you got in there with Alexander Usyk as well. I mean, these are the biggest punches. Even Kevin Lerena's a big puncher himself. You stuck in there. How do you think his punching power, Akani Phuzi, will be like?
No, you know what I believe. Everybody that gets in that ring has punching power and has a chance. You get guys who just doesn't have that killer instinct behind their punch. I fought guys with much more power than Akani, so I don't think I'll have any problem with his power and all that.
How do you think he's going to approach the fight? Because you've seen in the past, perhaps being a little bit cautious and not engaging it sometimes. Do you think that's what he will do in this fight?
I don't mind whatever he brings. If he's the cautious boxer or he brings it to me, I'm ready for both, because I've over the years discovered that I can be a skillful boxer as well, box nicely, outbox the guys. So it's definitely going to be one hell of a fight between boxing and fighting. Just rough and tumble. So whatever he brings, I'm ready for it. I think he's going to be the more cautious boxer, but he can be. I mean, if he wants to do that, I'm going to go out there to work my way to a win.
Well, I mean, if you know, people at home, if you know Johnny Muller, you need to go watch the Reino Liebenberg fights. I mean, that's where you guys really get in the trenches and you go for it. I mean, is that sort of the Johnny Muller that's going to be coming in this fight, or are you going to be doing something a bit different?
No, we're working on different things. Uncle Harold says now that, I have to be more skillful, and also I have an extremely good work rate. I can push and push still. I can, I've worked on to work hard and keep on pushing the guys and all that. But I wanna also be a guy to outbox someone, to outsmart them, outmove them, outspeed them, outpunch them. That's what I'm working for.
Well, you're planning on all things to go well, and then obviously past that point, you get the win for you. And what do you want to do next?
Definitely I want to talk to the promoter, see what he has in line for me, if he can get good fights, and everything will go well.
And from this point onwards, obviously you've got a good relationship with Golden Gloves. Your whole career pretty much has been with Golden Gloves. Do you see them still taking your career forward?
Yes, definitely. Rodney Berman's the best promoter you can get. And I've worked with him. My coach, Uncle Harold, he's been all the years, all his boxes has been with Golden Gloves. So, yeah, definitely. If how it works in boxing, it all depends on the boxer. If he proves himself and he wants to go somewhere, they'll take him there.
And are you a little bit sad that maybe there won't be any fans, because you always come with a big crowd from the West Rand, so is it a little bit disappointing?
Yeah, let me say it is what it is, because no one can help for COVID and all those things, and definitely no one wants to spread the virus and all that. So it's not nice. It's going to be not as excited as it always is. Everybody cheering for you, shouting and all that. But we have to face reality. At least we're getting fights. There's lots of boxers that didn't get any fights, so at least there's a fight for us this year, and I'm happy for that.
Did you think you were going to get a fight this year?
We were supposed to have a fight in Germany, and there was lots of talks of fights coming up, but then, the whole COVID thing made it a bit tough to have fights. You expect to have at least 3-4 fights a year, but, with this COVID and now things are with boxing, it wasn't really happening.
Well, your sort of options would be limited in South Africa, I'm guessing, because, just because of your experience, your history. So fighting in overseas, in Germany, for example, is that the step that you're at now?
Yes, definitely. There's not much boxers that I'm going to be fighting in South Africa anymore, but obviously, this is my people, it's my country, so people here enjoy me fighting here. So obviously the promoter, Uncle Rodney Berman, he'll, if I prove myself and I box very nice and good, and I'm going to become a champion, he'll obviously bring fighters in for me.
Of course, yeah. And then going back to Khani Phuzi, what is your message, before you guys step in the ring? What would you say to him?
I'll just say, I hope you better train your tracks off, because I'm ready and I'm coming for you.
And then just lastly from you, Johnny, thank you or shout out for anybody?
Yes, to my family, my team, my sponsors, and the Almighty Father up there, He kept us through this whole COVID thing, kept us safe. I just want to say thank you to everybody, and to the Almighty Father that everybody came through this and we're safe.